10 best cars to buy when you're broke. Someone just paid $6,800 for a 2008 Civic. 3 weeks later, transmission failed. $3,200 repair. Now they're 10 grand into a car with 140,000 miles. This happens daily because people think any Honda or Toyota works. Wrong. 2006 Civics crack engine blocks. 2007 Accords burn oil every 1,000 miles. You're overpaying $2,000 for a badge. I'm ranking 10 cars from good to bulletproof. Which years to avoid, which problems cost thousands, and which car shares a Civic engine for $1,500 less. Let's go. 10. 2005 to 2007 Ford Focus with the 2.0-liter Duratec. Let's start with the car everyone overlooks because it's not Japanese. Before you skip this thinking, American cars are unreliable. Understand that this specific engine and transmission combo is not the problem. The problem is that it uses a timing belt. Here's why that matters. That timing belt needs replacement every 100,000 miles. The service costs $500 to $600, but if the previous owner skipped it and that belt snaps while you're driving, you're looking at $2,000 to $3,000 in engine damage because this is an interference engine. The valves hit the pistons. Game over. So when you're looking at a Focus, the first question isn't, does it run good? The first question is, show me proof the timing belt was replaced. No receipt, walk away or negotiate $600 off the price to do it immediately. Beyond that, these are solid. The 2.0-liter Duratec makes 136 horsepower, gets 28 miles per gallon combined, and the 4-speed automatic is actually reliable. Front struts wear out around 80,000 miles. Ignition coils fail randomly, but parts are everywhere and cheap. You'll find clean examples for $3,500 to $4,500. Just remember, timing belt first, everything else second. 9. 2007 to 2010 Hyundai Elantra. Now we're getting into the bare minimum transportation category. This is right before Hyundai figured out quality control. But if your budget is truly scraped together from couch cushions, these work. The 2.0-liter 4-cylinder makes 138 horsepower and returns 26 miles per gallon. You'll find them for $3,000 to $4,000 because nobody trusts the Hyundai badge from this era. And honestly, they're half right. Same timing belt issue as the Focus, except Hyundai wants it replaced every 60,000 miles. Miss it and you're done. The automatic transmission can get slippy after 120,000 miles, which is why manual transmission examples are safer bets if you can drive stick. But here's the thing. I'm not telling you to avoid these. I'm telling you to understand what you're getting. If you need wheels for $3,500 and can handle doing your own brake jobs, an Elantra will get you to 150,000 miles. Just don't expect it to match what's coming next on this list. These are survival cars, not long-term solutions. 8. Pontiac Vibe. Now we get to where things get interesting. And I'm putting this one on the list specifically because most people have no idea what it actually is. The Pontiac Vibe is a Toyota Matrix wearing a Pontiac costume. GM and Toyota built these in the same California factory, on the same assembly line, using the same 1.8-liter Toyota engine that goes in the Corolla. The only difference is the badges and some interior trim. That's it. But here's the beautiful part. Because it says Pontiac and not Toyota, these sell for $500 to $1,000 less than a mechanically identical Matrix. People see a dead GM brand and think unreliable. Meanwhile, underneath, it's pure Toyota. The 1Z DFE engine makes 126 horsepower, uses a timing chain, so there's no belt to replace, and these regularly hit 200,000 miles. Fuel economy is 28 miles per gallon combined. The hatchback design means you can fold the rear seats flat and haul furniture, bikes, camping gear. Problems. Same as the Corolla. Intake manifold gaskets can leak, causing the P0171 lean code. Some examples develop oil consumption after 150,000 miles. EVAP system codes pop up occasionally, but all of that is manageable and cheap to fix. 7. Honda element. This is where we need to talk about the oil consumption issue that affects multiple cars on this list, because ignoring it will cost you an engine. The Element uses Honda's K24 2.4 litre engine, same basic engine as the Accord, makes 166 horsepower. This engine is legendary for reliability, except for one problem that Honda never really fixed. After 100,000 miles, these burn oil. Not might burn oil, they burn oil. How much? Some burn a quart every 1,000 miles, some every 1,500 miles. And if you're the type of person who only checks oil when the light comes on, that light comes on when you're already a quart low. But then you've been running it low for who knows how long, causing wear that shortens the engine's life. So here's the deal with the Element. You're getting a practically indestructible vehicle that can haul anything, has waterproof floors you can hose out, and offers massive cargo space with those fold-up rear seats. But you're also committing to checking the oil every single time you fill up with gas. Every time. These hold their value around $5,000 to $7,000 because of the cult following. Worth it if you need the versatility and can respect the oil consumption reality. 6. 2002 to 2007 Subaru Impreza. This is the only all-wheel drive car on this entire list, and if you live anywhere that gets winter, that matters. The 2.5 litre boxer engine makes 173 horsepower and will pull you through snow that stops front-wheel drive cars dead. But Subarus have a reputation, and we need to address it head-on. Head gaskets. The EJ25 engine in these Imprezas develops head gasket leaks between 100,000 and 150,000 miles. The repair costs $1,500 to $2,000 at a shop. But here's what's interesting. Many Subarus leak oil from those head gaskets for years without catastrophic failure. You'll see oil seepage, you'll smell it occasionally, but the car keeps running. Some owners have driven 50,000 additional miles while monitoring oil level and topping it off before finally doing the repair. So when you're looking at an Impreza with 120,000 miles, you're not buying a car. You're buying a car plus a future $1,800 repair. Also factor in timing belt service every 105,000 miles at $700 to $800. CV joint replacements, because all-wheel drive systems eat CV joints, and rust in the rear wheel wells if you're in a salt state. But if you need all-wheel drive and this is your budget, nothing else on this list offers it. And despite the head gasket drama, these routinely hit 250,000 miles. All-wheel drive system itself is bulletproof. The question is whether you want to deal with the maintenance reality. If yes, this is your only option. If no, everything else on this list is front-wheel drive. 5. 2004 to 2006 Lexus ES 330. And this is where we prove that luxury car and broke person car aren't mutually exclusive. The ES 330 shares its platform with the Toyota Camry and uses a 3.3 litre V6 that's basically a Toyota engine with leather seats around it. This is Toyota reliability with better sound insulation and more comfortable seats. That V6 routinely hits 300,000 miles with basic maintenance. These depreciated hard because people see 200,000 miles and think it's done. Meanwhile, that engine is barely broken in. You'll find examples for $4,000 to $6,000 with 150,000 to 200,000 miles that have another 100,000 miles of life left in them. This is for someone who wants to be comfortable while being broke. If that's you, this is the play. 4. 2007 to 2009 Mazda 3 with a 2.0 litre engine. This is the most fun car on this list, and I'm ranking it this high because driving enjoyment actually matters when you're going to be stuck with this car for years. Most budget cars feel like you're piloting a refrigerator on wheels. The Mazda 3 has sharp handling, responsive steering, and actually makes you want to take the long way home. The 2.0 litre engine makes 148 horsepower and doesn't have the oil consumption issues that plague the 2.3-litre turbo model. Only buy the 2.0-litre. The 2.3-litre turbo burns oil like it's going out of style and gets expensive. The 2.0-litre uses a timing chain and handles 200,000 plus miles without drama. But Mazdas have one fatal flaw: rust. These rot from the rear wheel wells forward, especially in salt belt states. When you're inspecting a Mazda 3, you're not looking at the engine first. You're getting under the car and looking at the subframe. If you're in a dry climate or can find a southern car that never saw salt, this is the budget car that won't make you miserable every time you drive it. Just respect that rust issue. 3. 2006 to 2007 Honda Accord with the K24 engine. And this is where we need to talk about why people waste money on Civics. The Accord offers mid-size sedan space, better ride quality, more comfortable seats, and the exact same legendary Honda reliability as the Civic. You'll find clean Accords for $4,500 to $6,500, the same price, or sometimes even less, than a comparable Civic, purely because everyone's searching for Civics and ignoring Accords. Here's why this is ranked higher than the Civic. You're getting more car for the same money. If you're tall, if you have kids, if you do road trips, if you just want to be comfortable, the Accord makes more sense. The Civic is what you buy when you're thinking reliable car. The Accord is what you buy when you're thinking reliable car I won't hate. And yet most people automatically search for Civics and overpay. Don't be most people. 2. 2006 to 2011 Honda Civic. So if the Accord is better value, why is Honda Civic ranked higher? Because the Civic is smaller, lighter, more fuel efficient, and cheaper to maintain when things do go wrong. The 1.8-litre engine produces 140 horsepower, uses a timing chain, and regularly exceeds 200,000 miles. Fuel economy hits 30 miles per gallon combined versus the Accord's 27 miles per gallon. Brake jobs are cheaper, tires are cheaper, insurance is cheaper, everything is slightly cheaper. 2006 had cracked engine block issues. Honda extended warranties and replaced many engines, but verify this before buying a 2006. 2007 to 2008 improved significantly. 2009 to 2011 are the safest bets. You'll pay $1,000 to $2,000 more than comparable cars purely because of the badge. Prices range from $4,000 to $7,000, depending on condition and mileage. But here's what you're paying for: the confidence that this car will start every single time you turn the key for the next 5 years. Target 2009 to 2011 models if possible. Verify all recalls completed, especially Takata airbags. Check maintenance records. This is the safe choice that delivers exactly what it promises. 1. 2005 to 2008 Toyota Corolla. And if you're shocked that the Corolla beat the Civic, you haven't been paying attention to repair costs. The 1.8-litre 1ZZFE engine makes 126 to 130 horsepower, uses a timing chain, and many owners report 250,000 to 300,000 plus miles with basic maintenance. Fuel economy is 31 miles per gallon combined. But the reason this is number one isn't performance or features or driving enjoyment. It's this: average and annual repair cost is $362 according to RepairPal. That's the lowest on this entire list. Parts are everywhere and dirt cheap. Any mechanic can work on these. There are no gotcha problems that cost thousands of dollars to fix. The worst common issue: intake manifold gaskets leak and cause P0171 lean codes. Know what that costs to fix? Around $100. Some models throw EVAP system codes. Exhaust and muffler components rust out in salt belt states. Normal wear items. That's it. There's no timing belt to replace at huge expense. There's no major oil consumption issue. There's no head gasket problem. There's no transmission that fails at 120,000 miles. It's boring, slow, reliable transportation that costs almost nothing to maintain. Clean examples with 120,000 to 150,000 miles sell for $4,500 to $6,500 $500. High mileage examples over 200,000 miles go for $2,500 to $4,000. And that high mileage example still has years of life left. You won't love driving it. You won't impress anyone at a stoplight. But you also won't be posting in Facebook groups at 11 p.m. asking what's this noise and how much will it cost to fix. That's the difference between a cheap car and a broke person's car. A cheap car is the cheapest car you can buy. A broke person's car is the one that keeps you from getting broker. So here's what we learned. The used car market is brutal, but these 10 cars won't destroy you financially. The Corolla wins because it costs the least to maintain over time. The Civic, if you want slightly better driving dynamics. The Accord, if you need space. The Pontiac Vibe, if you're smart enough to see through badge stigma. And the Lexus ES, if you want luxury while being broke. If this saved you from a bad decision, hit that like button and subscribe. Drop a comment with which car you're targeting. Thanks for watching. Now go get yourself some dependable wheels.